Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Imagine you're working on a project, collaborating with your team, and trying to get some work done. But instead of productivity, you're staring at resource-intensive applications eating away at your laptop's resources. Well, you might be in luck because Microsoft has developed a wide range of applications that can help with communication, creativity, and more. One application that stands out as particularly resource-hungry is Microsoft Teams. As an all-in-one collaboration tool, it's built on the Electron framework, which essentially runs a web browser instance within the app. This means you need substantial CPU, RAM, and even disk space to make it work. And when you're not actively using it, the real-time synchronization of chats, channels, files, and calendars continues in the background. But don't worry if you want to remove Microsoft Teams from your laptop. It's actually quite easy to do. All you need to do is limit the number of concurrent Teams channels and apps, use video only when necessary, and clear the app's cache regularly. If you're looking for an alternative to Microsoft Teams, there are plenty of other communications tools out there that might be better suited for your needs. One such tool is Edge, which has evolved significantly in recent years with its modern design, speed, and advanced features like real-time tab syncing and security tools. However, when you open multiple tabs, especially those running dynamic websites like social media or online applications, Edge can consume a lot of memory and processing power. But there are ways to minimize this. For instance, you can enable the Sleeping Tabs feature to free up resources from idle tabs. Microsoft Visual Studio is another resource-intensive application that's highly beneficial for developers. With its code editors, debugging tools, simulators, and integration with external libraries, it's a powerhouse that can compile and test large applications within substantial CPU and memory usage. But did you know there are ways to minimize this impact? For one, you can disable unnecessary plugins, use lighter versions like Visual Studio Code, or even dedicate a GPU for faster processing. Microsoft Office apps included in Microsoft 365 are used by millions around the world, but some of them can be quite resource-intensive. Word is efficient for basic document editing, but it becomes resource-heavy when using advanced features like real-time collaboration or macros. Excel, on the other hand, takes this to a whole new level, especially with large datasets containing formulas and pivot tables that increase system load. PowerPoint also consumes a lot of memory if you're working with large presentations and graphic effects. And finally, integrating Microsoft Office apps with Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive can further boost RAM consumption. But there are alternatives to these resource-intensive tools. For instance, Microsoft offers several free and cross-platform options like OneDrive, which might seem resource-efficient at first glance, but actually has its own issues. The integration of OneDrive with other Microsoft 365 apps, for example, is what makes it so resource-hungry. But there are ways to limit this, by setting up sync schedules or using selective sync for just a few folders. There are countless resources-intensive tools developed by Microsoft that can slow down your laptop and drain its resources. And while Microsoft continues to update these apps, trying to minimize their impact, it's also worth noting how the growing interconnections between them produce an extra strain on system resources. So what do you think? Have you been affected by resource-hungry applications before?